Man, I want to get right into it. And this is, I just think it's important to acknowledge this because I know he was your brother. He was a big part of just who you are as a man, your career. Scooby, rest in power, Scooby. How did his passing just affect your passion for music? Did you want to continue doing it? How did you take that?
I think there was an adjustment, a big adjustment, because if you go from talking to somebody, not just somebody, but like literally dude was like my brother, my best friend, for 15 years from the time we were met in college at 18 to the time we were on the beat at that point, 10 years. And we did college radio together for 5 years, and then it was 15 years that this is my best friend. And then there's an adjustment period of going from a 2-person show to a 1-person show, which I had to find out who am I without this person here. And that took a while. And I would still rather him be there now, you know what I mean, 10, 11 years later, than, do the show on my own. There was a lot of uncertainty, you know what I mean? When something like that happens, I think you wonder, do I continue doing this? Do I want to continue doing this? How do I continue doing this? Who am I without this person? And it was a big adjustment period. It's probably the thing that the biggest, besides having a child, probably the biggest career-wise anyway, the biggest change in my life I've ever experienced. It's like he was connected to everything that I did, everything that I had personally as well. So I mean, he was my best friend. So you lose your best friend, my business partner. So then everything he handled then falls on my shoulders. And then there's the part of the radio show where I don't have this person to talk to, not just on air, but also like off air. And it's like, you do a break and then all of a sudden it's just like silence and there's nobody there anymore. And it's different. It's different.
With Scoob not by your side anymore, what was the naysayers probably saying? Like, oh, can you do a radio show by yourself? Did you lose any credibility yourself by not having Scoob right there with you?
Not right away, no. I think honestly, like I don't know that I've ever felt more love from a community than I did at that point. Like Nashville really kind of like wrapped their arms around me, you know what I mean? And I think that's less about me and more about the person that he was. Because Scooby and I were, as much as we were the same, we were very different individuals, and he was a very embracing person. He's the person that would, if you met him, we used to joke, because he would meet somebody and then like 3 seconds later they would be telling them their entire life story, and I'd be like, bro, I don't know why people do this to you all the time, but I'm sorry that, you know what I mean? And so he was that guy. So he never forgot anybody. I forget everybody's face, everybody's name. Like, I have an awful memory. I'm basically like rendered handicapped after he left because I couldn't remember anybody's name anymore. You know what I mean? He was the one that was always there to be like, hey, that's blah, blah, blah. We know them from, and he was just a very embracing person. And so I think that a lot of people, as time went on, maybe expected that from me, and it's just not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go do my thing over here, but for Scoob, I think a lot of people, especially people he was close with sometimes, or not even people that, I won't even say the people he was close with, they felt that the way I did. It's like he had 100 best friends, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, a lot of people felt the way about him the way I did.